Go ahead.
All right.
Did you ever find out what that guy's power happened?
Yay, Orcust deck profile.
Like I don't have plenty of those.
Yeah, right. Okay, so you want me to flip them?
Go for it. Do whatever you want to go do.
All right. So Orcust cards, I play 3 Gearsu, 2 Nightmare, 1 World Wand, double Symbol Skeleton, Brass Bombard. That's in the way. Babel and Crescendo. So, Gearsu is, without Harpora, this is the only card in the deck that does things. You want to see this all the time. You only play 2 Nightmare, 1 World Wand, because if you open them, they're bricks, and you can't get them out of your hand easily. Symbol Skeleton, I mean, everyone knows Orcust cards by now. Monster Reborn, Brass Bombard. This one isn't played in some versions of the deck, but it's a special summon from hand. Babel, Field Spell, Life and Soul of the deck. Can't be banned, even though people want it to be. And Crescendo, the counter trap. I use this more for the add a Dark Machine to hand effect than I did actually activating a counter trap all day today. But this ratio lets me grind forever, as long as I manage my resources. Then we have, so instead of scraps, I do a PK package, so it's 2 Torn Scales, 1 Ancient Cloak, and 2 Boots. And then we do the 2 Fog Blade, 1 Shade. I'm considering, so Torn Scales is a new card. It helps get the bricks out of your hand, so if you open this and like Nightmare or World One, you can summon it, use its effect, discard for cost, and then get those into the graveyard. Cloak and Boots, part of the main Phantom Knights combo. Cloak searches monsters, Boots searches your Fog Blades. I run 2 Fog Blades, I think I might run 3. And then 1 Shade Brigandine for an extra monster. This also is a level 4, so if I get it on field like an extra Gearsu, I can make a Redoer. Because I run Redoer in the extra just in case. But it's a pretty powerful interruption. Then, like any good Orcust deck, you're running Armageddon Knight and Dark Grepher, 2 Dark Warriors. Both are Foolish Burials for the deck. Opening any one of them is 4. Well, opening Armageddon, Dark Grepher. 3 Dangers, only the good ones. Jackalope, Tsuchinoko, Chupacabra. They're a draw engine, they get you bodies. They get you bodies, because pretty much all their second effects are summon related. That's why you only use these ones. And then for a hand trap suite, we have 2 First Ed Secret Ash Blossoms, thanks to a certain someone behind the camera. 2 Ghost Spell, 2 Skullmeister, and then not really a hand trap, but a form of interruption, is I main Gamma Seals. So the two hand trap lineup is good for seeing them often, but not doubling up on them or not drawing them always for turn. Except for Skullmeister, you can see as many of these as you want because it's not once per turn. And then Gamma Seal, everybody is turning to using Dragoon or some sort of one big. It just gets rid of any negate on the board if you open it. It's just a big dude, and if it only takes care of a Dragoon, then it does its job. It'll sit on a Hot Red Archfiend, Hot Red Dragon Archfiend if I need to. Then we have, for draw spells, we run only 2 Return, since it's a hard once per turn, and an Allure. Allure you can run in this deck now because you're playing the PKs, so there's a lot more dark targets in the deck with PKs, and the Dangers. And then Return, see, if you run 3, you draw 2. And you can't use 2 in a turn, so it's bad. Then Power 1-ups, Foolish Burial to send a Orcust to grave. World Legacy Succession. This hasn't come up all day. I use it as bait more than often, but it's a Reborn to a Link Zone. Rhoda for the Dark Warriors. Speed Dual Secret. Horned Drones. I play Kagari. You can run this for free, and it's a dark, so you can use it to summon Rusty. Rusty Bardage. Didn't use that today either. Called by. One called by is all we got. One called by is all you're going to get if you're running a combo. Reasoning. I've opened this card so many times today, and everyone has called it wrong. No one has called this correctly. And even if they call 3 for like Symbol Skeleton, then it stays engraved where I want it. There's no winning in an Orcust deck if they see Reasoning. And then I main backer hate because my friends play Mystic Mine. So double Cyclone and Feather Duster. And that's it for the main deck. It's like 46 cards or something. That's big.
Yeah, but you get rid of half of it.
Yeah, you dump. Then for the extra deck, we have so Redoer, like I mentioned before, and Zeus. You're making Ding, and you're attacking with Ding. You should run 1 Zeus. Maybe 2. You can make 2. Redoer is hard to make, but when you do make it, like stealing the top card, I almost always hit a spell for some reason, so I can activate all 3 effects at once, and it's very funny. If you use it and like if your opponent triple tactics talents you to draw, you can reset the talents on top of their deck as Chainlink 2, so they have a dead draw essentially. Orcust cards, 2 ulti Galatea, 1 long Girsu, and 2 ulti Ding. I mean, Galatea and Dingirsu are the biggest combo in the deck. Long Girsu is kind of a tech card. Like once again, some decks don't play it. But I actually managed to use its shuffle back effect a couple times. It is really good for resetting your own cards. And because it and Galatea are then you can effects, using their effects to shuffle back banished machines is the actual effect you're doing, and the other effect is optional. So you can just shuffle back machines even if you don't have targets to reset your graveyard. And then you can make Ding and go into, you make Galatea, you overlay Ding, and then you can make a Zeus with 2 materials. Link Karibo, mainly for the Girsu tokens and the Striker token. Both are level 1. You can also use Brass Bomber. And then we do Phoenix and Unicorn. Unicorn's used with IP to go, you use this and a Ding that you summon on your opponent's turn. IP and Ding to make that. It's an eruption. Or you could make Phoenix if you really wanted to, but there's not really a point. Phoenix is just their more back row hate. It's a little more easily accessible. IP, this is what you want to end on going first. You want at least that. So you can do that, go into Ding, then make Unicorn. Kagari for the token. It's the only striker card that does anything for you. Rusty, we got our boy Rusty back so we can play PKs. And then Access Code. Access Code's just a big dude. He's a threat, and a lot of times people will target this guy over your other stuff, which lets you survive. And he's powerful. And we have Cherubini. Play a lot of level 3s in this deck. So if you have just PK Phantom Knights cards, you can use them, make her, send a Symbol Skeleton, and restart your engine if it dies. That's very strong. And it's effect sense for cost. So even if they ash it, or impermit, you still get it. You want the side too, Ed?
That's up to you.
Yeah, whatever. It'll be quick. Alright, and then for the side deck, I have 3 Droll, because Dragon Link, Drytron, all that. Lancia for Dinos and Invoked. Nibiru for Dragon Link and Dinos. Lightning Storm for everything, and Evenly Matched for everything. Yeah. Against Dragon Link today, I cited 15 cards. They didn't win.
It only did game 1.